Hello everyone, I am Dhara Sharma. Welcome back to our channel. In the ongoing video series of programming in C++, we have been watching inheritance and types of inheritance. We have seen single inheritance, hierarchical inheritance and multi-level inheritance in my previous videos. In this video, we are going to understand one another type of inheritance, which is multiple inheritance. So in this video, I am going to cover what is multiple inheritance. Then we will see syntax of multiple inheritance, and we will see ambiguity in multiple inheritance, and at last we will understand a simple example of multiple inheritance. So first of all, let's understand what is multiple inheritance. So the properties from multiple base classes are getting inherited into single derived class, that is known as multiple inheritance. Here you can see there are three classes, class A, B and C. A and B are the base classes and class C is the derived class. So properties from two base classes A and B are getting inherited into single class C. So this is known as multiple inheritance. Now let's understand this concept with the help of simple program.
So as we have discussed earlier that multiple inheritance means the properties from multiple base classes are getting inherited into single derived class. So to understand that concept, we need to take minimum 3 classes to show that multiple base classes are used here. So we need more than one classes. So here we are going to take 2 classes as base class, and we will take one single derived class in which the properties from those 2 classes will be inherited. So to understand that, first we will create a structure. Like first we need to write a header file. So here we will write header file iostream.h for input output functions, then hash include conio.h. Now after that we will create a class A. Class A will be the base class. Again we will take class B. Class B will also be the base class, and class C will be the derived class. In class C, the properties from A and B will be derived. So for that we need to write a syntax like class C colon then public A comma public B, then opening and closing bracket and semicolon. So whenever we want to derive multiple base classes into single derived class, we need to write access mode, then that class name, then comma, then again access mode, then class name. If we want to include another third class, then again we need to write comma, then access mode and class name. So you need to separate all the classes by comma. Okay, here if you are not writing public, suppose I am taking here public A comma B. So as according to the syntax, we need to compulsory write the access mode then class. If I am writing public A comma B, then it won't consider A and B both in public mode. It will consider class A in public mode. It will access the properties according to rule the public inheritance. But when we have not declared here any access mode and we have written directly B, then by default it will consider the inheritance as private inheritance for class B. So we must specify the access mode after comma for a particular class. So we need to write here a public. We are taking here public inheritance for the sake of simplicity. We can write protected or private as we want to write a program. Okay, now it is the syntax of multiple inheritance, where we have we can see that class A and class B both are the base classes. Class C is the derived class in which the properties of A and B are getting inherited. Now we will create one simple function in class A in public mode. Here I am taking function void show. in which we will display using the cout statement, suppose class A. Okay, then endl to end the current line. Again, in class B, we will take one function in public mode. So here I am writing void display, suppose. And in this function, we will display with the help of cout statement class B. Again, endl. And in class C, we will declare one another function that will belong to class C in a public mode. So here I am writing a function, suppose void print. In this, suppose we will display class C. Again, endl. Okay, so now we are having three classes, class A, B and C. Class A is having one function called show, in which we have printed here class A. Okay, so it is in the public mode of class A. Another function called display is defined in a public mode of class B. Class C is having print function, okay, which is defined in public mode of class C. Here we are inheriting the properties of class A and class B using the public inheritance. So according to the rule of public inheritance, the properties that are defined in a base class in a public mode will be inherited into the public mode of derived class. So here class C will consider three functions: void print, show function and display functions as a part of C class. Okay, so with the help of object of class C, we can access the functions of both the classes. So here we need to declare an object for class C, which is a derived class. So here I am taking main function, in which first of all I am writing here clear screen. Then here let's take an object of class C, suppose C obj. Then we will call the function of class A. So first of all I need to write object dot function. So here I am taking object of class C obj dot, I am calling the function of class A show. Then after again I am calling the another function which belongs to class B, obj dot display. And at last we will call the function that belongs to class C itself, obj dot print. So here you can see, with the help of object of class C, which is the derived class, we can access the properties of class A as well as properties of class B as well as the properties of its own. Okay, now we will write getch. And now let's run the code and we'll see the output. Right, you can see here we have called first of all the function of class A, in which we have written a statement class A. So it is displayed class A. After that the function of class B is called. So it is showing here class B, and at last we have called the function of class C. So it is showing the statement class C. So with the help of object of derived class, we can access the properties of multiple base classes. So this is the concept of multiple inheritance. Now in this concept, there is one more thing to understand. If I am taking a function called show, again in the class B, because class A is different, class B is different, I can take the function having same name. So here this show function is of class A and this show function is of class B. Now if I am inheriting the properties of A and B into C class, then there are three functions in class C. One is print and the other two are having the name show. So compiler will be confused here that which show function is needed to be called. Okay, so now this problem is known as ambiguity problem. If I am calling the function obj.show directly, and again I am writing here obj.show because there are two functions with same name, then it will generate an error. Right, you can see here member is ambiguous, A scope resolution show, B scope resolution show, because there are two functions that belongs to two different classes. Then which show function is need to be called, that is not clear here. Okay, so to specify that or to remove the ambiguity, we need to define a scope along with the function. That means we need to specify that particular function belongs to which class. So here I need to write obj dot class name, then scope resolution and show function. Again obj dot class name, then scope resolution and show function. So here I have called show function two times, but once I have defined a scope, that a show function, I need to call a show function that belongs to class A, then again I need to call a show function that belongs to class B. So now with the help of scope resolution operator, we can define a scope of particular function. So compiler will understand that which show function is need to be called. Now we will run the code and we'll see the output. Okay, so class A, class B and class C. Class A is defined in the function of class A. Class B is defined in the function of class B, and class C is defined in the function of class C. So now you can see here that we can take functions having same name in different classes, but when we do like that and whenever we are accessing both the functions or all the functions having same name into through some common object or through some common class, then ambiguity will arise, and to remove that ambiguity we need to write a scope of that particular function with the help of scope resolution operator. As here you can see, we have used scope resolution operator and we have defined that function belongs to which class, class A or class B. So I hope you got the idea how we can write a program for multiple inheritance. So this is the basic level code to understand first of all that what is multiple inheritance and what is the simple way to develop a code for multiple inheritance.
Now let's see some important questions related to multiple inheritance. What is multiple inheritance? What is the syntax of multiple inheritance? How many minimum number of classes are required in multiple inheritance? What is ambiguity in multiple inheritance? And how ambiguity can be removed in multiple inheritance? And write a simple program using the concept of multiple inheritance. Hope this video would be helpful to understand the concept multiple inheritance. If you have any query regarding this video, regarding this topic, you can comment us. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe our channel for more interesting videos like this. I'll see you soon with my one more new interesting video of programming in C++. Till then, stay tuned, take care, have a nice day.